Hello! Today we take a closer look of this rifle. What we have here is the SR-1 from Kalashnikov. If you don't know, this is the rifle that has the counterweight recoil balance thingy inside, which means that when you shoot, there is a counterweight that goes in the opposite direction than the bolt. This is the closest as you can get to the military AK-107 that uses a very similar system. This rifle is made for sport shooters. As far as we know, there was a limited series of these rifles made for the civilian market, for sport shooters. Most of the rifles stayed in Russia. Some of them made it to Europe, and we are not sure if any of these rifles are actually in the States yet. So what we'll do today is go to the range, test it out, compare it to an AR, and see if this thing is just a gimmick or if it actually works. But first, let's look at the features. As our American colleague would say, but using a generic term, let's start from the muzzle to the buttstock. What we have here is a gnarly looking but very slick compensator with 3 side ports and 3 upper ports. Then we have a slick polymer handguard with what seems to be M-lock slots. It has an upper Picatinny rail that I suspect could be for a backup sight. Moving back, we have a top cover with Picatinny rail. The rifle uses standard AR magazines, and these are the controls: the crossbolt safety, the magazine release, and the bolt catch and release. All of the controls are ambidextrous, and the safety and the charging lever can be set up on either side. The buttstock uses a standard AR tube and has 6 adjustable positions. So, first impressions. Well, this thing has no recoil at all. It's an amazing feeling. I shot with a lot of different kind of rifles, and I can tell you that this thing has actually less recoil than some of the 22 long rifle that I shot. It's hard to describe, but you only feel a small push. My first thought was that the compensator makes for a big difference. So we removed it and tried the rifle, and though it has more recoil, it's not what you would expect from the 5.56. What the system does is that the forward moving mass counteracts the backwards moving mass of the bolt, and it's very balanced. You can feel the actual push of the rifle that you get from firing a round, but you don't get any additional recoil from the system moving back or the bolt stopping, which is kind of strange, but in a good way. What the compensator does here is pull the rifle just a bit forward to offset that little bit of recoil. You can see this difference when you're doing fast shots on the target. Without the compensator, I can see the rifle jumping just a bit more, watching to the side. And also on the target you can see a bit bigger spread, but with the compensator the rifle is running flat. What I have to do is just keep it steady and press the trigger. What was interesting to me is when I first shot with this rifle, I was instinctively pulling it down and to the left, which I would do with my AK, and you can see it on target. You know, the first shots were directly in the center, and then consecutive shots, they were a bit low to the left. After I figured that was an issue, I just had to keep my hand steady and press the trigger. It's that easy. If I compare it to my AR, I can immediately see that the sights on my AR are jumping more, but if we look at the target, there's not such a difference. To show the full potential for the speed and precision of this rifle, I think we will need to train more, but even with our limited trigger time, you could see what it's capable of. The rifle comes with this FAB Defense magazine. It's a 10-rounder, works reliably, and it falls out of the mag well freely most of the time. We didn't have the same luck with Magpul and some other magazines, and the standard GI aluminum mags actually caused a couple of jams. Space jam, marmalade jam, strawberry jam.
I'm sorry, with jam.
And peanut butter. Peanut butter and jam. To get the handguard off, you have to twist this lever and it slides off. You have to turn this one to get the top cover off. Now we can see how this rifle works. So here it has a gas port and actually two pistons. So the gas goes in this direction and this direction, and you can see it when I move the bolt back. So the lower rod is moving the bolt carrier back, and the upper rod is moving forward to counter the mass of the bolt.
Bravo.
The upper and the lower rod are connected here with two cogs.
What the fuck, a cog?
The upper and the lower rod are connected here with two cogs, gears, whatever thing is here. In the back we see two recoil springs, each one working in a different direction. To get it apart, you lift the upper rod and disconnect it from the gas port. And these are the cogs. It's interesting to see that it uses what looks like a standard AK bolt. Perfectly balanced, as all things in life should be. To be honest, when we started with this review, I thought that this was just a gimmick. How can you make something that has less felt recoil than a full-length AR with adjustable gas system? Well, you can. This rifle, in this package, this configuration, it really lives up to its reputation. I hope you found this video interesting, because we had a lot of fun making it. If you'd like to see more of the reviews and interesting stuff, subscribe to our channel and give us some ideas in the comments. Fuck! Ow! Oh. So that's the rifle. Ah, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off! Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh! I hope. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off.